Well, a social media account, a trail of Instagram interactions, photographs of pistols and an alleged connection stretching across the border. Hello and welcome to NewsX Deep Dive. My name is Vineet Malhotra, where today we are looking at a security investigation unfolding in Karnataka. A 25-year-old air conditioning mechanic from Doda Ballapur has been arrested over alleged links with Pakistan-based gangsters. Police say the case began with intelligence inputs and suspicious online activity, and what investigators found on the man's phone has now raised questions about whether this was simply social media engagement or something far more serious. The accused has been identified as Sayyid Abu Bakr, a resident of Islampura in Doda Ballapur. But what exactly did investigators find? And how did an Instagram trail become the basis of a case involving alleged terror and criminal links? So where did it all begin? According to the police, the investigation began after intelligence inputs indicated that Abu Bakr was allegedly maintaining contact with individuals in Pakistan. On August 20th, police approached him in Doda Ballapur and questioned him about his activities. Investigators say that he failed to provide satisfactory answers and allegedly attempted to leave the spot. His mobile phone was then seized and examined, and this is where the investigation moved from a local police inquiry to a much wider security probe. Investigators say he failed to provide satisfactory answers and allegedly attempted to leave the spot. His mobile phone was then seized and examined, and this is where the investigation moved from a local police inquiry to a much wider security probe. Police claim they found interactions on Instagram with an account they say was connected to Pakistan-based gangsters. The account allegedly used by Abu Bakr was Sayyid Abu Bakr 313. Investigators say he had interacted with and liked reels posted by another account identified as Hamad Memon 333. Police allege that some of the content was related to Pakistani gangsters, and they say Abu Bakr subsequently shared some of those videos as Instagram status updates. Thus, the central question for investigators is whether these online interactions were merely passive engagements or whether they represented an actual communication channel with people involved in organized crime or terror-related activity. There is another element that has caught the attention of investigators. Police allege that Abu Bakr shared his identity document with the person operating the Pakistani-linked Instagram account. Investigators are now trying to determine why that information was shared. What is simply an exchange between online contacts? Was the person on the other side attempting to establish his identity, or was the document being sought for some larger purpose? For investigators, the alleged sharing of identity details adds another layer to the digital trail. And this is where the case becomes even bigger than an Instagram account, because modern criminal and terror investigations increasingly begin not with weapons or explosives, but with digital footprints. Then investigators allegedly found something else on Abu Bakr's phone: photographs of guns and pistols. Police say the accused appeared to have an interest in firearms, and they are now examining the origin and context of those photographs. This is where forensic examination of the phone becomes critical. Police will have to establish who sent these photographs. When were they received? Were they downloaded or forwarded? Were there conversations surrounding them? And most importantly, did the accused have access to weapons, or was this simply material stored on his phone? According to investigators, Abu Bakr had allegedly been in contact with Pakistan-linked account for an extended period. Reports put the duration of the alleged online association at around 2 years, therefore not treating this as a one-off interaction. They are examining the accused's digital history, email records and mobile phone data to reconstruct the nature of his contacts. Investigators are also looking at whether there were communications through platforms other than Instagram. Because in cases involving suspected cross-border networks, the crucial evidence is often not one message but the pattern. A case has reportedly been registered at the Doda Ballapur Town Police Station under Section 113 and 197 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Section 113 deals with offences involving conspiracy, attempt, abetment or facilitation of a terrorist act. Abu Bakr's arrest comes at a time when Karnataka has seen a series of investigations involving alleged online radicalization, suspicious foreign contacts and terror-related activities. Earlier this month, Bengaluru police arrested another man, Asaful Malik, over alleged links with the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan and an alleged plan to travel to Afghanistan. In another recent Karnataka case, police arrested a Raichur tea seller over alleged terrorist conspiracy after investigators said that he had exchanged provocative messages with an overseas social media contact and allegedly sought a pistol. In 2024, a low-intensity IED blast at Rameshwaram Cafe in Bangalore had also left 9 people injured, with ISIS terrorists identified as the perpetrators. These cases are separate investigations, but together they point to a larger challenge confronting security agencies. The investigation now has to establish the actual nature of the alleged communication. Police will need to corroborate the digital evidence with other evidence, including phone records, communications, financial trails, travel history, and potentially forensic examination of the devices. Mr. Ashok Kumar, former DGP of Uttarakhand, is with us on the program to give his perspective on what happened over here. Mr. Kumar, appreciate you being here, sir. So what do you make of this case? Is social media now being easily used for activities which could be considered anti-national, as well as contribute to the kind of suspicion which has come about with some of these people in Karnataka?
I would say that radicalization is mostly online nowadays, mostly digital. It started with ISIS, not ISI, ISIS. When ISIS terrorism was mostly radicalization was done online. Since then, all steps of terrorism, from radicalization to recruitment to training, right, to everything, almost everything is online. So this model also is indicative of that they are trying to radicalize the youth, misguide the youth through online processes, through social media, through emails, through WhatsApp, through Instagram, etc., etc. So I think this is the latest, and it has been there since last 7-8 years. It is not new. Online radicalization is not for the first time, because it's easy. Earlier, what used to happen? ISI would try to take people from India to their side and then try to radicalize them, or develop sources, etc., etc. And then smuggle arms. Everything was manual. It will take years and years, months and months. So now everything has become online.
You're quite right, sir. Appreciate your thoughts, appreciate your perspective. This is indeed an important part of the investigation. Social media is something to watch out for, because a lot of people feel that they can get away by being discreet on social media, but that usually is not the case. Mr. Kumar, appreciate you joining us, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can have more.
All right, we'll take a short break on that note. Be right back.